Hello everyone, it's Lel, and it's time to talk about the third episode of Delicious Party PreCure, also known as the episode Pom-Pom Stole My Heart. Laura has already said goodbye to us in Tropical-Rouge PreCure, but she left her energy in a character in Delicious Party, and here she is. I was definitely not expecting Pom-Pom to be like this, and she really stole the episode for me. I absolutely love her. But before talking about the episode itself, I just want to talk about the narrator and a little detail. Right at the start, we see the narrator talking about the episode itself, and I thought that we wouldn't have introductions in Delicious Party as we had in prior seasons of PreCure, with the main cure introducing us the episode and talking about what's been going on in the season. I thought that this was the narrator's role. But no, it's Yui. And there were lots of cute moments of Yui introducing Delicious Party to us in this episode, and I loved it. Very charming. And I also really liked the start of the episode because Pom-Pom woke up and she already started her, she debuted in the episode with a lot of sassiness, with a lot of attitude, and a hair whip. She doesn't even have hair, but she does the hair whip that I love, and I'm already obsessed with her. I also loved the fact that they have big, huge names. Laura, girl, your energy is still here. Your legacy is being carried on. And Pom-Pom also shared Kome-Kome's name. And there was a detail in Kome-Kome's name. I obviously don't remember the full name, but Kome-Kome is Kome-Kome second. And so, it seems that Kome-Kome carries a title, different than Pom-Pom. But, I know, Pom-Pom, I'm just having to share that Pom-Pom is really someone that I am obsessed with. She's, so far, I don't know if I like Rosemary or Pom-Pom more. I'm crazy. What is Delicious Party doing with me? I cannot deal with this. And I have been a big fan of Curious Spicy since I saw her for the first time. And I am really liking the pacing of Delicious Party. We are having Cure Precious lead the 3 first episodes. But in this episode, we had a lot of Kokone, who is going to become Curious Spicy next week. And I'm obviously super curious and super excited to see Spicy in action. And girl, I just cannot wait. But I'm loving the way they're handling this. And in this episode, we were able to see so much of Kokone. And I mean, not so much, but enough to make us interested in her and to make her character connected to the whole story. So we have this idea that Yui is going to cook because her mom is always busy at the restaurant, so she is going to cook and she needs carrots. So Kome-Kome sees that. And also another thing, I think that this episode was really it was better than the first 2 episodes in selling the toys of the season, because we could really see the hardcore watch being used in lots of different ways. Second episode did it great, but this one did it even better. It had lots of food for Kome-Kome and Pom-Pom, and then at the end it shared recipes. Girl, it can do everything you want. And Pom-Pom was really teaching them how to use everything. Because, I thought this was kind of Rosemary's role, but Rosemary doesn't really know much. Pom-Pom seems to be leading the fact that they are going, she's teaching them more than Rosemary is. Even though, Rosemary is important in fights and everything, Pom-Pom is there for the knowledge, because she is the one with the knowledge so far, and I love this. But Kome-Kome also wanted to impress Yui, so she got the carrot paper and she went on to buy carrots. And when she got there, she met Kokone because she didn't know how to deal with everything. Look, I really like Kokone's design. I love her civilian design. It looked way better in the show than in pictures. In pictures, it was cool, but in the show, it looks gorgeous. And I love her shoes. I just need to say this. I absolutely love her shoes. I think they are incredible. And that scene of Kokone dealing with Kome-Kome and, helping her, it was super adorable. Another thing that I need to mention, I didn't mention this before, that money pocket, the pocket of money, it has a G on it. And I wonder if and Rosemary mentioned that his mentor had one just like that prior when his mentor probably came to Earth. I don't know. What is that G? I'm curious, but so far I have no theories on that. Maybe it's that person that made Rosemary scared of fighting. I don't know. Maybe that can be that person. I don't know. But so I really liked Kokone's interaction with Kome-Kome. I really liked how she was like, oh my god, it's a dog, a cute dog with a strange bark. And then as the episode progressed, we saw Kokone again watching Kome-Kome and getting scared when Kome-Kome flew on top. She was like, what is happening here? What's going on? Loved that moment. And then we saw the fated encounter between her and Pom-Pom. Loved that scene as well. It was so beautiful. I really like those fateful encounters in Magical Girls. Sailor Moon has a lot of that, and every time it happens, it warms my heart because, they don't know each other. Sailor Moon, okay, there's this past life, they're reincarnated. This time they don't know each other. Kokone doesn't know Pom-Pom, and Pom-Pom doesn't know Kokone. But they still had this connection. Absolutely loved that scene. And it was very funny, Kokone saying oh, you can float just like that other one. And Pom-Pom didn't know how to deal with the situation. She ended up speaking, and then she tried to imitate a dog, and Kokone was not understanding a thing. Girl, it was so nice. That was amazing. Loved that little moment between them. But then Yui and Mary came, and both of them rescued Pom-Pom and got to go after Kome-Kome because Kokone had the information. And when they got there, Takumi was the one who had Kome-Kome and he basically saved Kome-Kome. So there is an interesting dynamic here because when Kokone saw Kome-Kome and Pom-Pom, she was shocked. And she didn't know how to deal with the fact that they can float and Pom-Pom can speak. And Takumi, on the other hand, didn't seem surprised at all with Kome-Kome, even though he probably didn't listen to Kome-Kome, saying Kome-Kome or Pom-Pom speak. But he didn't question anything, and he didn't question Mary's presence either, and he didn't question why Yui had to run away and go after the Recipipi. He didn't question anything. In my opinion, it's because he already knows what's going on. He already knows Yui's identity as Pure Precious. He knows what's going on behind the scenes. He just doesn't want to interfere right now. I don't know why, but I think he is aware of everything. So this is also very interesting. But when Yui got to have her moment with Kome-Kome, the recipe was already stolen, and so we knew that Gentlewu had already attacked, and she saw that in her watch, but she still had her moment with Kome-Kome. PreCure is all about that. PreCure is all about the connection between the characters and the friendships and the relationships they build every time we have a PreCure season, a new PreCure season. We see those relationships being built. We love the fights, we love the transformation and the power and everything. But the biggest PreCure energy is always on the relationships and their friendships. And so we could see that Yui was really cherishing that moment with Kome-Kome before thinking about fighting. She was sharing that moment and she was really happy that Kome-Kome really tried to get the carrots for her. So cute. Loved that. And then they went on to fight. So when it comes to the villains and the fighting in this episode, we had Gentlewu and Secretoru, and Gentlewu asked Secretoru which recipe she should steal now. And there were two options, pudding or curry. And then Secretoru said curry. And when she did say curry, Gentlewu was surprised. She seemed shocked with this information. I don't know. I didn't really understand. Is there something there? Do you think there's something in the fact that she said this, that Secretoru chose this and she was shocked with it? There was another scene with the pudding recipe, and it seems that at least so far, sweets are not attacked. Is there a reason for that, or it's just because it's the beginning? Mid-season cure related maybe? I don't know, but interesting to think about for the future. And so they went on, obviously they did the bundaru bundaru thing, I love that, and Gentlu came to attack. It's very funny that Ran seems to be the victim every time. I love that. But this time, she noticed that there was something. You know, she kind of sensed that there was something before eating. But eating was important for her, so she ate nonetheless. Obviously, after taking a picture, because taking pictures of your meal is important for social media, because who doesn't love a beautiful picture of a beautiful plate? I love it. But it's very funny that Ran is being a victim week after week. And the Gentlu scenes are always great. And so we have that moment of Gentlu and Mary and Yui coming in, but Kokone was there, and Kokone saw everything, basically. And so when they transported themselves to the delicious field, Kokone saw every single thing. And then we have the fighting scene of this episode. It was an interesting fighting scene, I think. I am already liking the fact that we have sub-attacks, that we have like the 500 kilocalorie punch that Cure Precious does. And I also like the idea that Cure Precious goes all out in battles, like she goes head on without a thought. You know, she doesn't think strategy, she just goes all in. It wasn't working in episode 2, but in this episode, she created her own thing while she was fighting, and it was nice. It was nice that she entered the pen, and then inside, the way she was able to go out from that was by connecting with what happened between her and Kome-Kome. That energy of their friendship getting stronger made her able to go out of that place and become even stronger. Her sub-attack became even stronger, so she was able to defeat everything easily. And when she did, Gentlu made a comment like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy curry." I didn't really understand what she was trying to convey there. Girl, Gentlu has lots of secrets. Girl, I'm curious what's going on. I am curious already, okay? And then we saw that Kokone was still there, laying on the ground, like sitting on the ground, and her eyes were a little fuzzy. It felt like a dream to her, it seems, and she was like, "Oh, I need to get home fast." And Cure Precious got her. Look, that scene was insane. It was insane. I loved that so much. And the way Kokone hugged Cure Precious, girl, and Rosemary was like, "No, you can do this." And then Cure Precious just went away. I always love Rosemary so much. I love his attitude every single time. He is great. And then she was just jumping houses. And usually this is a scene that is done between a girl and a boy. So it was nice that we had two girls. This happens a lot in PreCure, I think, but I think that Kokone was very surprised with everything, so it was very fun to watch. Love that. And as I said, I love everything that we saw from Kokone in this episode, because it's a great build-up to the next episode, which is going to be her debut. So I'm very excited for that. And then at the end, we see everything happening. We see Yui and Rosemary and Pom-Pom and Kome-Kome all getting together to make the curry with the recipe from the recipe. I love this dynamic. And they all got together to create this delicious curry. But because of everything that happened in this episode, something weird happened with Kome-Kome, and she became a baby. She got a human form. And we already knew this was going to happen. This is in the opening as well, but there is a little difference here. When Pom-Pom saw it, she said that Kome-Kome is a special energy fairy, so this is understandable for Kome-Kome. So I think it's clear to say that probably Pom-Pom and Men won't have human forms like she did. Maybe they will, I don't know, maybe with a little magic. But it feels like it's something special for Kome-Kome because of her special status. What is this status? I have absolutely no idea. But she became a cute baby. I usually don't like babies. Let's see where this is gonna go. They all ate together, very happy. It was a meal that was shared, full of friendship, full of emotion. And on the other side, we saw the contrary of it. Kokone eating on a very big table, a very fancy house, but she was eating in complete silence, all by herself. So, Delicious Party is a season that is definitely going to deal with our relationship with food and how important a meal is. And this part of Kokone's story is not only, oh, I'm eating by myself. It's definitely like I'm eating by myself because I have no one by my side. I'm a lonely person. It's not only eating by yourself. It's way deeper than that. And this is probably where things are going to come into play with her character. She's going to have to learn to share. She's going to have to learn how a meal can be a source of happiness. And I cannot wait to see where this will lead us, because I think it's going to be incredible. I think it's going to be amazing, and I cannot wait for more. Pom-Pom, I already love you. Is Pom-Pom going to be my favorite from this season? I just love her diva attitude. And this will work so well with Kokone. They're going to work so well together. I cannot wait to see them together. And it's going to happen next week. Girl, I just cannot wait for episode 4. Episode 3, gorgeous episode. Once more, lots of things being brought into play. I love this. Delicious Party is being delicious. Yes, loving every second of Delicious Party so far. Hope it continues. I cannot wait for next week. Cure Spicy is going to be here. Anyways, this was my opinion on episode 3 from Delicious Party. Please share yours in the comment box below. Let's keep on talking about this. Anyways, just want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!